Once again, we return to Pwn Adventure 3, and I haven't tested any of this, so I'm super hoping that this is working. What I've done is I have set up a proxy up on Canvas. Is under TCP proxy is two Python scripts, a pwn proxy py and a parser py. They were created not by me. I think I found them either from Beaujean or Live Overflow, people who have worked on Pwn Adventure 3 before. But I remember last summer I didn't see the point in reinventing the wheel since they're Python scripts, and I wouldn't have written them any differently or probably any better. So we borrowed those. And so what I did is I created a Kali Linux VM, which is running here on my machine. I grabbed those Python scripts and I brought them over. I did a little bit of editing with them in order to put the IP for the master and the game server in there. I think that's all I did to Pwn proxy. But what it's basically doing is it's opening up a port, it's listening, and it brokers a connection between the game client and the server, and basically intercepts everything and kicks it over to parser.py, which takes a look at all of those game protocols that are flying around and prints it out into ways that we can understand, similar to what Wireshark was doing. The difference is that it gives us an opportunity also to inject our own commands as the client or the server, and pass those on as if they had actually occurred, which is what we're going to try and do. So I started that running with just Python and Pwn proxy, and I tried to connect to the game server. Here's my client right here. I haven't actually entered anything in yet, but we can see we're already getting information. We have 333, which is the master server, sending information out. 333, which is the master server getting information in. We can see the direction of the arrows informs us of that. And in order to make this work, I had to convince my computer that the game client and server were not where they were originally. As you recall, our server ini file is what informs the game as to what is the server for the game and master server. I didn't change that. Instead, what I did is I altered my hosts file to say, hey, anything that's supposed to go here, route to here instead, and that's the IP for my Kali Linux box, the VM that's running here. So now anything that's supposed to go to the game or master server instead goes to the IP for my Kali Linux VM, which is listening and brokering that connection. I haven't tested any of this out. I just noticed that I was getting traffic flowing in, so I think it will work. But that's really all it was, is just editing the host file and getting the scripts running on the Kali Linux box. Let's connect up here, no problem so far. Let's join that game and see what we get. Okay, so unable to connect to the game server is probably the result of... I did do one alteration here, but I'm going to change it back anyway. So probably that. And if not, then let's go back out here. Again, if we can connect the master server, we shouldn't have the problem with the game server, theoretically. Unless there's a typo or something somewhere. And there could be. All right, so let me check, first of all, the Pwn proxy, and let me make sure that I entered in the IP for the game server correctly. Well, this should be port 3000. I believe that's correct. Yeah, that ought to be correct. Master server is obviously fine. Okay. And I may need to restart the... Yeah, I'm going to need to restart the script here. So let's go to where this is running. Kill this. And actually, I'm just going to kill the terminal session. Then we'll rerun it. Oops. Pwn proxy is setting up on 3000. I don't know, it's ready to go when I see the... Oh, there is a prompt. Okay. All right. There we go. And now we can see in the background there that information that's flying by is just as we saw in Wireshark, just packets. It's just data packets from the client and the master server. When I move around, those are player position packets. We know because they start with 6D76, just as we saw in Wireshark. Again, this is nothing we couldn't already accomplish with Wireshark, except we will be able to inject commands. But if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need to put a stop to this, and I'm going to need to actually let me full on log out here. If I can kill that. There we go. We need less noise. So we need to find those print commands and comment them out. Probably in the parser script here. Print. Let's get rid of this new item for now. Print. I don't see. Control S. I do want this. These I don't want. So not that. And not this. Control S, back here, and restart. Oh, okay. Now I've broken something. It's Python, so, you know, it is what it is. I can't tell. Address already in use. Oh, because it wasn't a good shutdown. I think I might need to figure that out. Yep. I will. I'm going to need to kill those connections. Okay, let me do that quick, and we'll get back. Okay, just so you know, if you run into that situation, well, first of all, what happened is I did not quit the script elegantly. I just Control Z that. What you want to do here, if you look at the pwn proxy script, is there's the quit and or exit command, which is the elegant exit, which will close all those connections. So what I had to do in order to fix it is I just had to kill those Python processes. So if you run into that problem, it's not like it's a major deal or anything. So, Miss Johnson. All right. Back in the game world now with much less noise. Okay. So, what we are going to do, first of all, is we are going to go back here and let's grab. Let's grab that PCAP file that we were looking at in the last video. Throw that in here. Don't care about that. Close that. And we are going to grab, let's see. The first location here at the top of the PCAP file ought to be, yeah, I think it's the town. Yeah, I reckon it's the town. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to grab these. You see how it's 676D, blah, 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 blah. That is our player position packet. So we are going to do our level best here, damn it, to copy. Copy value. What does that give me? That's not what I want. Very difficult, Wireshark. I hope you know that. Copy. Value. It's an odd sort of value. Copy as hex stream. There we go. All right, so we've grabbed a player position data packet here from when we first logged in. Basically, what we have here, if you looked at that video, is we have a prefix here that says this is a player position packet, and then we have the X, Y, Z coordinates as well as camera coordinates, and I think that there's is moving values as well. But if we're here at the gold farm, and if we send an update packet as the client, then the server should think that we are over in the other location. So let's give that a try. And if we look at our syntax here, we are looking to enter server with a capital S and then the command. I have no idea if this is going to work. So let's pop this up here and let's move this not to full screen. Just want to shrink you down. Oh my goodness. That good old virtual box reflexive whatever. All right, so server, and then let's throw. That's not at all what I was looking for. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. Oh no, something happened. To server. .q server. Exception in thread 3. Traceback most recent last call. So we have an issue with our script here. It looks like it got the command, but for some reason it did not like it. It did not want to send it. But it's not the script itself. Threading.py. Am I missing something? Can I set that? Try it again. See if it happens again. Yeah. Something is wrong with the script. Get the hell out of my face. Let's see what's happening when we send a server command here. So to server, if game server running, parser server queue append command decode hex. Oh, should I not be sending the actual hex value? Let's see. Sorry. What is server queue? I see that we have got, okay, send all. It's encoding it in hex, so I think it might just be maybe there's something wrong with my format that's throwing something off. So what if I were to instead, not here. What if I were instead to do something like server 252920 negative 25245? I can't remember what it was now. It was 245 380 and then 1170. Odd length string. Yeah, I don't think that that's what I'm going for here. Yeah, there's something going on here. Hold on, I'll figure this out. I'll do it. The player positions are coming from the game client to the server. So the client is sending the updates. So these should definitely be to server. Okay. And there's the full packet. And it's looking for a value. Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's correct. Decode hex. And then when it comes up here, it's just re-encoding it. Intercept run. Line 52. Six 3655. All right, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna tinker with this a little bit more and come back. I don't want to have everyone sitting here just waiting for me, watching me stare at this, trying to figure this out. I feel like this is a simple problem. But to be honest with you, I just got back from camping this weekend, super sunburned, and I'm very tired. And it might take me a little bit longer than usual to figure out what's going on here. We definitely have. This is definitely a simple problem. I just need to think about this for a second. But let me come back to y'all on this one, and we'll do a part 3. It's already been 20 minutes, and I don't want you to sit here and stare at this. So we'll come back when we have a solution. But important thing, we got a proxy. It's working, and now we just need to get commands into it.